Cool. So, Erin, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I think your story is awesome, and a lot of people, a lot of moms out there will get a lot out of it. So I appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, why don't you introduce yourself, who you are? You're obviously a mom, working, all that stuff. So like, tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
yourself.
No, I'm a mom. I have three kids, two older stepsons and a little one. Work full time, and just like all moms out there, we've just decided to put our kids and family first at times
Yeah.
and put ourselves on the back burner. And so it kind of got to the point where I've gained more weight than I was when I was pregnant. And I just decided enough's enough. Excuses. I am queen of excuses. So no more excuses, just needed to make sure I did it and get started. But accountability was a big part of that for me. I needed someone to make sure I'm doing what I'm saying I'm doing and checking in on me. And so that was a big part of why I joined you guys, and to have a direction.
Yeah.
We can Google, we can look at everything. So I needed a little bit more tailored to me, specifically what I'm looking for, my body type, that kind of stuff.
Right. Awesome. So you need the structure for you. You also need the accountability. You're finding yourself at a place with your weight where you're just like, whoa, I'm where I was when I was pregnant. I want to get this off.
Yeah.
What were your biggest struggles before joining our program?
Probably staying consistent.
Yeah.
And the excuses. So I was really good at starting 2 weeks in, everything's great and dandy. I'm not seeing what I would like to see as a result. And so then I would make an excuse of, I'm not going to the gym as much, let's just say, or I have a ton of sporting events that my kids go to. I have to be there. So it's not making time to meal prep. It was finding other things like, you know what, we'll just run through a drive-through, or we'll just put something in the freezer and put it in the microwave really fast.
Right.
Things like that. And
Right.
so and then going to the gym, those types of things. I just needed the accountability. I don't mind going and working out. I'm not someone that I would say is at the point, I'm getting to the point that I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah.
But this is a life change. This has, 12 weeks is just the beginning of the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I have, from where I was to now, it's night and day.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that, where you are now, where you were, before you started, where you are now. I mean, both physically and also mentally.
Physically, I started a little bit prior to DC Fitness, just kind of trying to eat a little healthier and going on the Peloton. And I dropped about 10 or so pounds within, I want to say 10 to 15 pounds within a year. And so it was very slow. And so I started that. And then with you guys, I've dropped another about 13, 14 pounds. So I'm down about 30 some pounds, overall. And I needed to have your piece to probably kickstart the rest.
Yeah.
So I can eat healthy and I can work out, but having the guidelines of the macros, really knowing where I need to sit when it comes to what my levels needed to be, working out, the accountability, and then having workouts itself. So I'm not someone that inherently knows what to do when you walk into a gym.
Yeah.
And so it can be daunting at times. Right. And so having that, this is what you need to do for upper body, lower body, at home workouts if you can't make it to the gym, so I don't have an excuse, those types of things.
Got it.
And then that's physically, but mentally, I've really noticed that I am drastically changing my food choices. So I'm not making those slight changes. Do I really want those calories? Do I want that in the macros? Would I rather have this? I love sweets. I've actually learned throughout this process, I always said to myself, I might be a little sweet and salty person, but I actually now realize I like sweets.
Yeah.
And so it's just dependent on what that item is. I'm never going to not have it. I'm a carb person. I like carbs. I like sweets, but how do I make that work throughout my day? And so deciding at work when they have food days, which happens a lot, I don't probably need that. And that never used to be my mindset. It was, you know what, I'll just have it and, oh, well,
right.
We'll start again tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. It was just kind of like, start stop before with nutrition, and if something's gonna throw me off, getting derailed pretty easily.
And I get down before quite a bit for that. Exactly, the derailing. I would just kind of just say, ugh, and I'd be upset. And now it's just like, you know what, it's normal.
Yeah. I
It's
think
okay.
a lot of moms in your same position, kind of like they start and they put so much demand on it. You put like so much
Mhm.
intensity into it. And then when they deviate, which is going to be like, you can't be perfect, right? When you deviate,
Yeah,
we get really upset about it. And then we bit down on ourselves. And then we're like, well, screw it. Like, I'm just going to put this off, start tomorrow, start next week, or just like put this on the
exactly.
back burner for now.
Yeah.
What would you tell a mom that's kind of like experiencing that, but also thinking about doing a program like this? What would you tell someone a mom in that position?
Probably that it's time to invest in yourself. And sometimes you just need someone to help guide you at the beginning, Um, I'm continuing on with DC Fitness after my 12 weeks and staying on, but sometimes, you need that foundation. It's just getting that foundation of comfortability to know what you need to do.
Yeah,
You need a starting point.
yeah,
And, for someone like myself who has more than the 30 pounds to lose, I still have a goal, weight that I want to hit. Having you guys there is just kind of a safety net,
yeah,
you know, and it's nice. And I'm a type A individual. And so I don't want to mess up. I want to keep going. And if I were to say goodbye now, I definitely wouldn't go back. Let's just put it that way. These 12 weeks have really helped me not want to go back,
yeah,
but it strives me to want to continue to get even better
right.
and work at harder, continuing on, but really just taking that step and investing in yourself,
Yeah, 100%.
you know?
Really just like, because I feel like you're saying in the beginning, it's really, as a mom, like, you prioritize everything and everyone in front of yourselves. Investing in yourself is obviously like a first, it's like obviously it's a financial transaction, but it's also you making a statement for yourself. Like, I am a priority, right? I'm
Yep.
going to put some skin in the game. So I have accountability, not
Mhm.
only from my coach, but from like, yeah, because I'm not going to waste this money.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's the biggest thing is you can go to a Planet Fitness and spend $10 a month. How often are you going to go to the gym? I mean, I've done it. I've done multiple gyms. I've made those excuses. Let's just, I'm wasting my $10. No, if I were to not continue going on with this is an investment. And so it makes you want to make the change, you know?
100%. Yeah, I couldn't have said better myself. And it sounds like before this, you were kind of like all in all out. It wasn't perfect. I was falling off, and that's I'm type A, so I get it. Game recognized, game right. But now it
Mhm.
seems like you're a lot more flexible in your approach. If you don't hit the gym, you're working out at home. If you have some sweets, you factor into your whole day. How
Yeah.
have those habits changed throughout this program, and how has the process helped you with that?
Well, I am not perfect by any means. And so I still have moments and weeks where, I have a basement flood. My stress levels have just literally gone up and down throughout the whole thing. But I don't want to derail the progress that I've made. Where prior, only seeing maybe a few pounds here and there, it was easy to say, eh. But I've made such a progress and I've made such a difference that saying, okay, I'm going to walk at least. I'm going to go outside and walk. If the weather's bad, okay, I have dumbbells. Let's just do this. Like, I want to do better.
Yeah.
And so I think the program for myself has really helped my mindset probably more than anything, which is more important. It makes you keep wanting to go.
Yeah,
So,
focusing on that progress, focusing on that momentum
mhm.
that you have. What have you tried before? So you were talking about going to the gym before this. Like, what
Yeah.
have you tried training and nutrition wise? Have you done any coaching before this program?
I've not done an actual like personal training program. I've done Whole30. I've done the whole intermittent fasting, but not really knowing what I'm doing there. Because I do kind of tend to do that a little bit now, but understanding how that affects my body, where prior you say you see it on Facebook or on Instagram, or you see it on, the news or whatever the case is, and you're like, I can do that.
Yeah,
But not understanding how it can affect your levels and things like that, insulin
right.
levels and cortisol levels and all those types of things.
Mhm.
I've also gone to the gym. So there's a Genesis here in town. I've done Planet Fitness. We've done our country club.
Mhm.
And so I've just been one of those doing great for a little bit and get off the wagon.
Right.
So I'm just not a yo-yo dieter per se. I've never eaten horrible for a really long time, but I've never made the mindset to change that says I shouldn't put that in my mouth.
Yeah.
It was more along the lines of, my son's having it. Let's just go ahead and do that too.
Right.
And then I realized I've gained so much weight when I let myself go.
Yeah. You're like, how did I get here? And then, so you tried Whole30, you tried intermittent fasting. Did you see results on those too?
Not from the weight loss per se, more so on maybe like food intolerances and noticing what, I also, to be honest, when you do like a Whole30 and you restrict yourself, and that's kind of why another thing that I really like this program is you're learning you don't need to restrict. You just need to be mindful of when you eat and what you're eating. But with the Whole30, you're restricting so much. So I'll be honest, day 30, you're eating cupcake again. You're eating cake, and then you ruin the entire process, because then you're trying to integrate that back in to see what your intolerances are. And so I've tried it a couple times, and one of them was the only successful, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Got it. Okay. So you tried, it was just really restricting. So day 30, you're just like going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Deprived.
You want pizza. You eat pizza and you don't realize you're supposed to gradually introduce it back in to find out what's going on.
Yeah, 100%. And so the workouts that, your coach has you doing, what does your weekly workout schedule look like? What does your nutrition look like throughout the week now?
So right now I'm set up on my macros. So I have so many carbs, fats, and
protein.
Thank you. That's the biggest one.
I was like, got it.
The biggest one, protein. Yeah. And so focusing on those. And then throughout the week, I do my upper body and lower body. It's primarily more lifting. So I used to prior just do cardio. Again, the weightlifting area just kind of seems really daunting when you don't know what you're doing and not having a set of this is how it needs to look like. And so just go ahead and getting into the gym and following her workouts that she has set up for me, and then shooting videos and watching form and things along those lines.
Cool. Yeah, it seems like a very, it's like you're hugging the process, right? You're like involved in it. You're sending form videos. You're looking at your forms. So you're really too. How many times a week are you working out?
Probably 3 to 4 times. And again, it just depends on the week. So there's 3, I might get in the gym 4 days that week, but it may be 2 days at home, 2 days at the gym, or it's just walking outside. It just depends.
That's perfect. I feel like I just wrote a post about this, but 3 to 4 times per week is the most optimal, because under than 3, you're not getting enough stimulus for your body to adapt. More than 4, it's unrealistic. And so, diminishing returns, giving your body a lot more to recover from. So it's going to negate the results. And, anything that you want to leave that you feel like would help other moms, in the position that you started in, not really just knowing what to do, not knowing to do for yourself, kind of feeling overwhelmed, kind of being like start, stop. Like, what would you, any advice for a mom in that position?
Well, if you're at the point where you're just tired of making excuses for yourself, or really just not sure where to go and you need direction, I mean, your program is ideal. I mean, it takes it in, and you guys really listen. You say, okay, what's your approach? You don't just say one approach fits all. Oh, I think that just went.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. One approach fits all. Like I said, I was type A. I let you guys know exactly what my faults were. And I was at a point where I'm ready to invest in myself, and taking that time and really getting to know me and learning what you guys were all about. If you want to make change and you want it to stick, you need to make it. You need to do it. You need to take that extra step and invest in you, and your kids and your family will appreciate it, because you'll be happier. And when you're happier, your family's happier. Because moms, I always say, from what is that movie? My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The man's the head at times, but the woman's the neck, and you're able to move the head left to right. But if you're not happy, then they can feel it and they can see it, and so it's important.
Love that. Love the process you had in this, and just Yeah, I'm just like so excited for you because I know it's been a journey for you, and watching you on this and seeing that you basically, got the same results in 1 year in our program in 12 weeks. It's really cool to see. And everyone that signs up, I always know who's going to see really good results, and you were that person. And yeah, I just appreciate you. I appreciate your investment in our program and our coaching, your trust in the program. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching you just crush the rest of your program and
Yeah, me too. I'm
make this
excited.
second nature for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You guys have changed my life in essence. So
Love
I'm
it.
just ready to continue and, lose a little bit more, build some more muscle and keep going.
Love it. Love it. Well, super
Yeah.
grateful for you. And yeah, again, thank you so much for hopping on.
Yeah. Anytime. Thank you.